Now at 5:30, this is WKYT This Morning. Several states are preparing for Hurricane Matthew as it takes aim for the U.S. coast. The latest on the storm just ahead.
Tracking that for you on WKYT. Also, a home explosion has left 2 Kentucky firefighters hurt this morning. Coming up, what investigators believe led to that blast.
And you're going to love this. A Southern Kentucky tattoo artist is using his skills to bring joy to kids at Kentucky Children's Hospital.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT. Good morning to you. We're glad you're with us. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is Wednesday, October 5th. And of course, right now, Hurricane Matthew is staying at the back of our minds. We're keeping a watch on it. But here in Kentucky, it's just beautiful weather.
It really is. Yeah, it's one of those times where it's lucky us, but then really watching and thinking about those in the path of potential harm. I want to check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, who is tracking all of that for us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, right now it's really not going to have a major impact on us, but it does help us out. I hate to throw it off toward the East Coast and say you guys have it and take it, but you know, it really is going to help us out. I'll explain that my full forecast in just a few minutes. Temperatures were there in the 50s and 60s. It's a really nice start today. Very pleasant conditions as you step outside. Pretty comfortable afternoon. I know it's going to be much warmer. We'll be right around 80 degrees, and that's pretty much where we finished off yesterday. So it's going to be another day of mixture of sun and clouds, roughly 80 degrees. The focus of the forecast is still, how is Hurricane Matthew going to impact us? Well, I'm going to break that down for you. Some new updates coming in overnight, which is kind of weird updates. I'm going to explain how weird it is and what I mean by that coming up in a few minutes.
Here's the latest on the situation right now. Hurricane Matthew slowly moving toward the Florida coastline.
And already several states are preparing for the worst. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with the latest details.
Yeah, as many of you may be planning for fall break, know that Hurricane Matthew is expected to hit Florida tomorrow.
There will be massive destruction that we haven't seen in years.
Preparation is underway in the United States. Long lines at grocery stores and gas stations can be found all along the East Coast. People stockpiling supplies as they brace for Matthew. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina all under a state of emergency. Mandatory evacuations have also been issued to millions of people throughout those 4 states. Now, this preparation is underway as Matthew hits Cuba and Haiti, bringing 145-mile-per-hour winds. Cars can be seen floating down the road as streets are flooded. People just trying to get to safety. 11 deaths have already been confirmed. Now, the goal is to get residents and visitors at least 100 miles away from the coast. A Kentucky business is in Florida this morning trying to help with preparations. I'll tell you more about that company coming up at 6.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit on that.
2 Leslie County volunteer firefighters are recovering this morning. Both were injured during a home explosion.
Yeah, that happened at a home in the Wootton community of Leslie County. WKYT's Lauren Miner is at our news desk now with the details coming in on that. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning. The 2 volunteer firefighters that were hurt during that explosion were a mother and her daughter. They have both served with the Wootton Volunteer Fire Department for more than 25 years. The explosion happened as Leona Kilburn and Tonda Bradley were trying to light a fireplace in their home in the Wootton community of Leslie County. The blast threw Kilburn out of the house. She wasn't seriously hurt, but Bradley had to be flown to the hospital with second-degree burns. Back to you.
New on WKYT this morning, frightening moments for employees at a Lexington hotel. Police say a man wearing a ski mask robbed the hotel armed with a butcher knife.
Yeah, that happened just after 11 last night at the Ramada Inn off North Broadway. That's just out past the interstate. Police say the man jumped over the check-in counter and stole money from the cash drawer. He then took off on foot. A K-9 unit was brought in. It tracked him down to Judy Lane before the trail was lost. Police say no employees were injured, but a lot shaken up in that.
Also new on WKYT this morning, a man is in jail accused of attacking a Lexington police officer. Matthew Cross is charged with assault. Police say the officer was investigating an assault on Regency Road when he ordered Cross to sit down. Now, Cross refused, and that's when police say he put the officer in a chokehold. The officer tased Cross to get him under control. Federal officials have approved Governor Matt Bevin's plan to dismantle the state health exchange, leaving hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians facing uncertainty this morning.
And the Department of Health and Human Services sent the governor a letter giving its approval to dismantle Connect. But it also showed concern about the impact the transition could have on Kentuckians who received coverage through Connect. The program was created under former Governor Steve Beshear, but Governor Bevin wants uninsured Kentuckians to use the federal program instead. Well, the 2016 presidential candidates are back on the campaign trail today after a fiery vice presidential debate in Virginia. Tim Kaine repeatedly asked Mike Pence to defend Donald Trump's controversial comments, while Pence attacked Hillary Clinton's record as Secretary of State. Craig Boswell has more on last night's debate.
Tim Kaine and Mike Pence ended their one and only debate shaking hands, but for much of the night.
When Donald Trump says women should be punished, or Mexicans are rapists and criminals.
Senator, you whipped out that Mexican thing again.
They went toe-to-toe.
Her private server was subject to being hacked by
I'd like to ask you about
the
please.
FBI did an investigation.
Gentlemen.
And they concluded that there was
Senator?
no reasonable prosecutor who would take it further.
Senator
Sorry.
Kaine.
Repeatedly talking over moderator CBSN's Elaine Quijano as they fiercely defended their running mates.
Donald Trump supports our troops. Donald Trump supports our veterans.
He won't pay taxes.
Donald Trump has paid all the taxes that he's... Do you not take deductions?
Gentlemen, this
How
is
does that work?
about Syria.
The fiery discussion here in Farmville was amplified on social media. On Facebook, one of the most talked about moments was the candidates trading jabs on an insult-driven campaign.
If Donald Trump had said all the things that you said he said, in the way you said he said them, he still wouldn't have a fraction of the insults that Hillary Clinton leveled when she said that half of our supporters were a basket of deplorables.
He is asking everybody to vote for somebody that he cannot defend.
Both campaigns claimed victory as soon as the debate ended.
Senator Kaine could not stop interrupting Governor Pence, but he couldn't stop interrupting the female moderator. It was really unhinged. It was very unfortunate.
Pence had a mission, and that was to try to change the trajectory of a very bad week for Donald Trump. That didn't happen.
Trump and Clinton meet face-to-face for their second presidential debate this Sunday in St. Louis. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Farmville, Virginia.
And Clinton will be holding private events in D.C. today, while Trump will be campaigning in Nevada.
Well, we all love our dogs no matter what, whether they're purebreds or mutts. But sometimes with mixed breeds, it can be hard to tell exactly what they are. But now you can find out through dog DNA testing. Now, while you may think you have a pretty good idea of what breeds your dog is a mix of, it turns out most people are surprised when they receive their results.
Generally, by the eye, you're about 20 to 25% accurate. When you're looking at a DNA test, you're greater than 90% accuracy.
And while the test is great for satisfying your curiosity and maybe settling a few disputes, it turns out knowing your dog's DNA can also help them live longer, happier lives. We'll explain more about the health benefits coming up at 6:35 right here on WKYT This Morning.
All right, look forward to seeing that report and more of your cute dog as well. Louisville's largest cable internet provider is suing the city for giving other companies what it says is an unfair advantage. The Courier-Journal reporting this morning that Charter Communications filed the federal lawsuit saying the city's franchise agreements violate the company's constitutional rights by allowing competitors Google and AT&T to operate under different rules while offering similar services.
Louisville's Slugger Field will host next spring's Atlantic Coast Conference baseball tournament. It's the first time the city and Kentucky will host the event. The ACC announced the relocation of several conference championships yesterday. The decision follows its recent move to withdraw events from North Carolina over a state law limiting protections for LGBT people. The baseball tournament will be played in May at the home of the Class AAA Bats with the University of Louisville as host school. Well, usually when children are in the hospital, a stuffed animal or balloon would help them cheer up. But what about a tattoo?
They love those too, you know. And so a Laurel County tattoo artist is bringing ink into Kentucky Children's Hospital to lift the spirits of those young patients. This ink, though, is only temporary. Brad Mallory says he's using his talents to draw whatever the children would like, and he hopes it will keep their minds off being sick.
Even if it was just for that moment, it's better to see a smile than a frown, you know. So it's the least we can do, you know, bring a smile to their face, even if it's just for a couple hours.
Now, part of Mallory's mission is to find out who will be in the hospital long term so he and his tattoo crew can come back with gifts during the holiday season. What a great story.
That is just fantastic. Right in our backyard as well.
Yeah. And you get it from him that he gets as much out of it as the kids do. You know, really enjoys it. All right, it's 5:40 on WKYT, 20 before 6 in the morning. And let's check and see what's going on out there with live drive traffic this morning, bright and early. Here's a look at the region. No reports of any problems. Everything is looking good. Yesterday morning we had that issue out there at Manowar and Nicholasville Road where they're doing the construction at the summit. That's not showing up right now, so maybe things are moving through there okay.
Good news there. And here's a look at the Lexington and Fayette Urban County Government's live drive cam. We are looking at Tate's Creek and New Circle. A few cars out on the roadways this morning, but everything looking nice.
Did have an earlier accident northbound at about the 114 mile marker this morning. That is now cleared up. A lot more news coming up for you Wednesday morning on WKYT.
Still to come, an Idaho dog is being called a hero. See how he saved his family's house from going up in flames when we come back.
We have a front heading our way this weekend. We have Hurricane Matthew to watch. How is that going to affect our weather here in Lexington and surrounding communities throughout your weekend? Well, I'm going to explain that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
It's a good look across I-75 and Winchester Road. Have not heard of any issues there on the highways and byways, so you're good to go early this morning. It's a nice feel, too, as you walk out the door. We're in the mid-60s, low 60s across 64 northbound. You go southbound, and there are some spots in the mid-50s, some spots a little bit on the cool side at 55 degrees right now in Perryville, Danville, and Junction City. Go off into Casey County, Liberty, and Dunville, my friends there. Off toward Pulaski and Lincoln, Wayne, Laurel, all looks well, but we are in the 50s. It's a little bit chilly. Same old story for your Thursday as we head toward tomorrow, because today we're right around 80 degrees. Tomorrow we'll do it all over again, and also partly cloudy skies. So today and tomorrow are basically what you felt and saw yesterday. Let's talk about your Friday. Temperatures will be there in the mid to upper 70s. A little better feel. Pretty nice day in store on Friday. We can't rule out on any of these days. Today, tomorrow, Friday. Can't rule out a couple of sprinkles here and there, just like we felt and saw yesterday. But for the most part, we're going to stay dry. Off towards your weekend, there is a small chance of rain on Saturday, but it's going to be a dry Sunday. So virtually all weekend will be dry. We just can't rule out a stray shower or so. Both days right there in the 60s. That means highs on Saturday, 64, 60 on Sunday. It's going to be very chilly. Let's talk about your Keeneland forecast getting off towards your Friday. So like I said, Friday, a really nice day. Can't rule out a sprinkle. On Saturday, I give it a 20-30% chance of rain, and that's it. But highs around 64. So Friday, you're going to dress totally different than what you would there on Saturday. And even Saturday, you may dress totally different than what you would on Sunday. Sunday being 60 degrees. Remember, these high temperatures that you see on the screen, 4 to 5 p.m., that means at noontime on Sunday, we'll be there in the low to mid 50s. It is going to be very chilly there on Sunday, but at least we stay dry. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, Micah Harris WX. Always sending me awesome pictures. Check this picture out. Twitter pic of the day. This is exploring Pilot Knob in Powell County. What an awesome shot you see there. That's way high up. Just a beautiful shot out in eastern Kentucky. That is from Kay Howard, WX, one of our weather watchers. That's Kyle Howard. Really, really good looking picture there. 7-day forecast. Here's your look today, tomorrow, Friday. Like I was talking about, can't rule out a sprinkle. For the most part, we stay dry with temperatures in the upper 70s, lower 80s. Saturday, just the smallest chance of rain. On Sunday, guys, we're right around 60 degrees. So how will Matthew impact us? Well, right now, it's rolling up the East Coast in the next few days. And what it's going to do is just leave us with a dry front, a mainly dry front there towards your weekend, but it's still going to be a cold front. It's more about the temperatures and the rain with this front. Matthew takes all of that. But some interesting development overnight with Matthew is now it looks like some of these models are actually curving it back into the Atlantic after it rolls up the eastern seaboard, curves it back into the Atlantic, and some actually loop it back around through the Bahamas and do it all over again into Miami and up the East Coast. it's a weird development.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's one model run. We'll see
Yeah.
if that continues with that trend.
Stay on top of that. A lot of folks around here have fall break next week,
Oh,
so
it's
they're trying
ruining
to
a lot of
make
plans
plans
right now,
really,
yeah.
keeping watch. Thank you, Micah. 5:47 now on WKYT. It's been said, of course, that dog is a man's best friend, but a dog in Idaho proved to be much more than that when he saved his family's home from going up in flames.
And he's a pug, so cute. 11 years old, named Jackson, was the first in his home to notice sparks coming from electric outlet. Jackson's owners say his bark told them something was wrong, and that's when they found the fire. They were able to put the fire out quickly, but say it could have been much worse if not for their brave pooch.
Jackson is definitely a super pug. Yeah, he deserves the hometown hero. He saved our house, he saved our lives, and he saved our memories.
Well, once the community found out about that heroic pug, Jackson was awarded the Hometown Hero Award, as he just mentioned. And firefighters say the praise for the dog is well deserved. What a cutie.
Like he proudly stood and has a lot of supporters
Pugs
there.
always have a lot of personality. They just have that mushed face.
They really do.
Oh, so cute.
All right,
I
good
love
deal.
it.
Yeah, 5:48 is the time. I hope you have a great day here on this Wednesday. We have a lot more news to get to you. Hope you stay right there. Our top stories are on the way.
And we'll take a look at the traffic impacts we have today as well.
Good to have you along right here on WKYT this morning. Hey, good morning and welcome back in WKYT this morning. We're live from Lexington on your Wednesday at 5:52.
Let's take a look now at some of the stories we are working on for you this morning.
Police say a man armed with a butcher knife robbed a Lexington hotel overnight. It happened at the Ramada Inn off North Broadway. That's out near the interstate. No employees were hurt, but police say the man did get away with some cash, and a lot of folks were shaken up there.
2 Leslie County volunteer firefighters are recovering this morning after their home exploded. Officials say Leona Kilburn and Tonda Bradley were trying to light a fireplace when the blast happened. We're told Kilburn suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Bradley was taken to the hospital with second-degree burns. Now, fortunately, officials say both are expected to be okay. Well, Hurricane Matthew is slowly barreling towards the Bahamas and threatening the U.S. East Coast.
The deadly storm, packing winds of 145 miles per hour, made landfall in Cuba yesterday after causing massive devastation in Haiti. Forecasters expect Matthew to inch closer to the U.S. tomorrow. It could affect the eastern seaboard for several days.
The 2016 presidential candidates and their surrogates are back on the campaign trail a day after a very fiery vice presidential debate in Virginia. Tim Kaine repeatedly tried to pin Mike Pence to Donald Trump's controversial comments, while Pence attacked Hillary Clinton's record as Secretary of State. Clinton and Trump meet for their second presidential debate this Sunday in Missouri.
The 6-year-old boy who died in last week's school shooting in South Carolina is being laid to rest today. Jacob Hall was shot and killed by a 14-year-old teenager who opened fire on the playground of Townville Elementary. Mourners in attendance are planning to wear superhero T-shirts and costumes in the little boy's honor.
Time now is 5:54. Here's a question. Do ice baths really help athletes recover quicker? And what really motivates people to exercise? Let's take a look at some of today's health headlines.
Good questions, huh? A study of 800 adults in Singapore found that activity trackers by themselves did not lead people to walk or exercise more. But researchers discovered that participants given both a fitness tracker and cash rewards for meeting their goals were more likely to boost their activity levels and continue to use the device. So show them the money.
Makes sense.
Scientists have discovered that ice baths don't really help athletes recover after competing. The study found that chilly water doesn't appear to help reduce muscle inflammation after exercising.
And doctors in the Netherlands found some women could wait longer between cervical cancer screenings. Researchers studied 14 years worth of data on 43,000 women who took part in a screening trial. They found women 40 or older who had tested negative for human papilloma virus or HPV were very low risk for cervical cancer and could safely wait more than 5 years between screenings. All right, let's get a check this morning on today's traffic trouble spots with live drive traffic.
See what's going on at 5:55 in the morning. Here are the current travel times. They look good for most locations. Everybody moving along at about normal speed this morning. As you see, it's a good trip in from Winchester, Paris, Georgetown, Versailles, Nicholasville, Richmond. Everybody riding along just fine.
Looking good. Here's a look at the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government's live drive cam. We're looking at Nicholasville and Roget right now. Things are pretty clear and quiet this morning.
They are. It's the quiet before
Before the storm. Isn't that
before they
right?
get out there. That's right, and get going this morning.
But no storms in the forecast.
For us. Right.
For us, yes,
One big
true.
one that we're watching, of course. Let's check in with Micah as we head toward the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah, luckily that stays well away from us. It's going to actually help us out for the weekend. I hate it for the East Coasters, but for us, it actually helps us out big time. I'll show you that in the upcoming hour. 62 degrees now in Frankfort. It looks pretty good across 421 and Main Street. Lexington 64. We're staying in the 50s down toward the south. So southern zones, you're a little bit cooler than everybody else. Keep that in mind as you're walking out the door early this morning. Pretty nice start, though. We have absolutely no worries as the kiddos are heading off to the bus stop. And coming home, I don't see much of an issue either because we're going to be right there around that 80-degree reading. And not only that, but staying with a mixture of sun and clouds. And that takes us through the next few days. Next few days, I don't see any problems. It's pretty much the same story what we've been in. Now, as we head towards your weekend, here comes Matthew up the East Coast, right? If you're heading out towards South Carolina, North Carolina there for the weekend, I would advise that you might want to rethink that because Matthew will be right along that East Coast at that time. How is this going to impact us, though, here in Kentucky? Well, I'm going to go over that with another hour of WKYT News coming up in just a couple of minutes. If you got to take off, have a great day and be safe there on the roads. We'll see the rest of you back here in just about 2 minutes.